Hey, it's Lucas, and today I'm going to be reviewing this Vida blueberry cookies cart. Before we get into this video, I just need to say very quickly, this is 100% legal medication prescribed to me in the UK by a doctor. I will not be showing the medication in this video. I will not be using the medication in this video. There is no reason to age restrict this video. So this is coming in at £95 for 1ml of distillate. It has 800mg of THC and 40mg of CBD. I'm going to start out with the packaging like I always do. You might not be able to see it very well because of the glare, but it's just a plain silver packaging. It's just a plain silver packaging. Yes, that's what it is. A plain silver package with a label stuck to the front there with all the information on it. You've got the Vida logo at the top, the type of vape that it is and what it contains, and then underneath that you've got directions, warnings, batch number, expiry date, pack size, and some manufacturing information at the bottom. For me, the packaging just gets a 5 out of 10. There's not much to rate, there's not much going on, it is just plain. Moving on to the smell. Now, when I haven't been using this cart, I've been putting it back in the original packaging, and when I open it now to smell it, it doesn't smell like anything. There's no smell coming from this, but when you first open it, there definitely is a weed smell. I don't know, couldn't really say how strong it is because I've never opened one of these in public, I just opened them on the video, but there definitely is some kind of smell when you first open it. Now, I've had this for about just over 2 weeks, and now there's no smell coming from it whatsoever. The actual cart itself has a faintly weedy smell to it, but you have to really hold it up to your nose, and when you exhale, I'm going to assume that there might be some kind of smell, but nobody around me has ever said anything. I personally use these at work. I work in a very old-fashioned pub with a lot of old men that are very anti-cannabis, and none of them have ever said anything to me, so I am going to assume that this doesn't have a smell. So rating for the smell gets a 0 and a 10 at the same time. It's a 0 because there's no smell in my opinion. Now, obviously, take that with a pinch of salt. Use at your own discretion if there is a smell. If you do get some kind of, I don't know, backlash for using this and I said there's no smell, then that's not on me, you know. And then at the same time, it gets a 10 out of 10 for not having a smell, because some people don't want smell when they're using the medication, and that's why they opt for the vapes instead, because they are the most, apart from, I've never had the capsules or gummies or oils, so disregard them, but in terms of vaping, these have the least smell. I hope that makes sense. There's no smell coming off of these anyway, so yeah, that's my opinion. Smell gets a 0 or a 10, depending on what you want. There's no smell. If you want to see what this looks like, click the link in the pinned comment. That'll take you to a short showing you it. I'm not going to be showing it in this video because YouTube has really been riding my arse recently. So we're playing nice, and there's nothing in this video that should be age restricted. We are 100% within the rules. So for me, the looks of this are plain. It's in a clear, I'm assuming, glass tube with a white mouthpiece. The thing that separates this from the upstate carts for me is that this has a little label stuck onto the actual cart itself telling you the strain and the strength. Also the expiry and the batch number. I like that. I'm not sure why, I just think that is really useful information to have on the actual cart, so if you lose it and you find it and you've got multiple carts and they all look the same, you know which one is which. I know the upstate ones have, I think it's white for the daytime and black for the nighttime one, but even so, I think it would be useful if they stuck the information on the side of the cart anyway. That's one thing that I really like about the looks of this, but even so, I think that this does look a bit budget. It does cost £95, which is the same as the upstate ones, but I think the upstate ones look a lot more premium than this, so I'm just going to give it a 6 for the looks. There really isn't much to rate looks wise. All carts kind of look the same. It's just down to the individual branding. Can't even speak and I haven't smoked yet. The individual branding on the cart can either make it look really premium or really crap. This just looks really middle of the road. I know I said 6, in fact, yeah, I'm going to stick to 6 because I like the little addition of the label, so 6 out of 10 for the looks. Now moving on to the taste, it says on the front of this packaging that this is from medicinal derived cannabis and natural terpenes. Now these don't use actual cannabis derived terpenes, so it's not going to taste like the strain that it's trying to be. Now I've tried to research, but it doesn't say what terps they actually use in this. I've looked online and it just says botanical terpenes. The flavour of this is not like any blueberry strain that I've ever had before. It really just tastes a little bit spicy and a little bit weedy, like indistinctly weedy. There's not really a lot to it, to be honest. It's not very flavourful. To me, there's nothing really distinctive about the flavour of this. I've had the Upstate Pineapple Express, I think it was, the Upstate Blueberry Kush, and now the Vida Blueberry Cookies, and to me, they all kind of taste the same. There's nothing really distinctive about them. There's nothing blueberry, really. It's a little bit spicy, it's a little bit tart slash tangy, but to me it just tastes like generic weed flavour. I can't really explain it more than that. There's really not a lot going on. The flavour, while not bad, is not it doesn't taste like the strain that it's supposed to be. It tastes just fake to me. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than that, but it doesn't taste like proper cannabis. It just tastes fake. So I'm gonna give it, it's not bad. Like I said, it doesn't taste super terrible. It's not disgusting or anything like that. I'm just gonna give it a 5, middle of the road, because it's just meh. It's just fine. That's all it is. The taste, I really think that they should use cannabis-derived terpenes, like the Doobs vapes that I've got. Code StonerLucas, 20% off if you didn't know that already. Those use actual cannabis-derived terpenes, and they taste exactly like the strain that they are supposed to be, because they are using terpenes derived from the strain that it's supposed to be. Like, I don't know. I'm not on that side. Not on that side of the business. I'm not on any side of the business, really, apart, well, I guess I am. I'm the consumer. But, I don't know how it works. I'm assuming it's more expensive to do it that way, but it really would make an infinitely better product. So, in my opinion, the flavour, it's just meh, so 5 out of 10. The effects for me, again, are a bit of a weird one. I got this about 2.5 weeks ago, and it's already half empty. Usually, these last me a really, really long time, but I feel like I've ran through this one really quickly. Depending on my environment, the effects are different. I feel overall that they are a lot milder than the Upstate Blueberry Kush ones. The Upstate Pineapple Express one didn't really work for me that much. I don't know if it was because I didn't have the battery that I've got now and it wasn't powerful enough, but the Upstate Pineapple Express one didn't work for me, and the Blueberry Kush one, it did. Like, sometimes if you hit it right, it really got you feeling some type of way. And with this one, I've noticed that when I hit it at work, which is primarily what I got it for, that and travel, 2 to 3 big rips gets me feeling nice, like good. But if I'm at home, and I took, what did I take, like 5 back-to-back rips the other night, and I barely felt anything. So I really think that the environment that I'm in dictates whether this works, and I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but the level, I guess it's the level of anxiety that I'm already feeling, because when I'm at home, I'm not really anxious because I'm in my own environment, and I'm safe, I'm fine, this is my home, so I'm good. When I hit it, I feel something, like I feel a little bit of a high, but it's just very mild and very background, whereas as soon as I step out of my safe environment and I'm at work, 3 rips and I'm feeling nice. Earlier this morning, I took 3 big rips and then I went to Aldi and I felt, again, not like stupid blown away, but I was definitely higher than I was before I left the house, which, again, my anxiety definitely contributes to how the high sets in. When I'm out and about and I medicate, I always feel higher than when I'm at home and I medicate. I don't know if anybody else is going to understand that feeling, but it definitely is like that for me. Overall, with this, I've found it to not be very powerful. Like, 3 or 4 good rips and you're going to be feeling nice, but for me, it's not helped with sleep. I tried it before bed a couple of times, and I've tried it when I've woken up at like 3 and 4 a.m. and I couldn't get back to sleep, and it didn't help. Like, I took 3 or 4 big rips and I laid down and I was laid there for another hour. I had to get up and have a bowl of actual flour to put me to sleep. So for sleep, for me, this is not good. I wouldn't get it for sleep again. For anxiety, out and about, it's alright, but it's just not very strong. I feel like, yeah, just that, it's not very strong. I've drained through this very quickly, and like I said, the other 2 that I've had from Upstate have lasted me a really, really long time. So this, I just doesn't feel as powerful to me. So I've just had a quick look, and the Upstate Blueberry Kush has 8 milligrams of CBD, whereas this has 40 milligrams of CBD. So that could possibly be counteracting it and not making me feel as high. I don't know. I'm not really... I know a little bit about the interaction, like when you smoke or vape, or when you consume, should I say, THC, and then you consume some CBD, it sort of balances it out so that you don't feel as high. It's a lot more scientific than that, blah, blah, blah. you know, do your own research, but maybe that could potentially be why I don't feel this has as much effect, or that I feel like I need to consume more of this than the Upstate one. I feel like I'm rambling and I'm just repeating myself now, so I will just end on saying this doesn't feel as strong as the Upstate ones. I don't like it as much. There's nothing really more to it than that. It's just, it doesn't feel as good. I'm going through it twice as quick and it's the same price. So for me, this effects wise is not as good as the Upstate ones. I would give it probably a 6 out of 10. I can feel it, but it's just not strong enough for me. So 6 out of 10. I can get 10 grams of flour for £20 to £30 cheaper than one of these vapes, and it would last me probably not as long, but it would work a lot better. So just weighing it up against itself, I don't think it's worth it for me. So overall, packaging 5 out of 10. It's plain, it's boring, but there's nothing really wrong with it, so just 5 out of 10. Smell 0, meaning there is no smell in my opinion. Obviously there might be a little bit of smell if you're around people who have never smoked weed in their life, or people who hate weed, then they're going to smell even the slightest little hint, so always be careful. But I think that this, aside from edibles or oils, I don't know why I blanked out for so long on that one, but aside from the pastels or the oils, I think this is probably the least smelly way to consume. So yeah, what was it? Smell 0 or 10 for discreetness. Taste, I can't remember what I said, but I'm going to give it a 5. It's generic. It's not bad, but it's not blueberry cookies. It's just generic sort of spicy weed flavored, and it's like I said, it's not bad. It's not blueberry cookies. It's not what it's supposed to be, so it's just getting a 5 out of 10. And effects wise, I personally will not be getting this again. I don't think it's strong enough for me. It's okay. It's nice for at work. It's nice for being able to take out and about. It does work, but I keep saying this, I'm going through it far too quickly. It's just not strong enough for me. So effects, I'm gonna have to give, I know I said 6, I'm gonna give it a 5 actually overall, because it's just not strong enough. So yeah, 5 out of 10 on the effects. For anxiety, it's good, I guess. It's fine. For, I was gonna say anxiety again, that's not what I meant. For insomnia, me personally, it didn't work for me. So, you know, try it if you want to, but just take what I say with a pinch of salt. Overall, Vida blueberry cookies, I'm gonna give it just a middle of the road 5 out of 10. It's okay, but I won't be getting it again. If they drop the price to somewhere around £60, like £65, then maybe I would get it again. But for £95, it's not worth it. Like, it's just not strong enough. I don't think it is. For 1 ml of distillate with botanical terpenes, it's just, I really feel like I'm shit talking it. Like, it's fine, but I definitely wouldn't pay for it again. Like, it's not, I need something stronger. It doesn't work for me. I don't want to pay £95 for this. So, you know, that's my opinion. Take from it what you will. If you like this video, leave a like, leave me a comment telling me if you've tried Vida blueberry cookies. Did you like it? Did you not? What should I try next? I want to try the GMO rosin vape, but I've heard that's also not very strong. It's £10 cheaper than this, so maybe I'll give it a go. Who knows? Tell me what I should get on my next script. Subscribe for more videos. Peace. Before I go, make sure you check out my latest video, the worst medical cannabis that I've had to date. YouTube age restricted it, even though it follows all of YouTube's guidelines. So make sure you go and show it some love. I will link it on screen. Peace.